Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Alex, the Comic Hoarder. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome. We're glad you're here. If you would consider subscribing by hitting that subscription button, also leave a thumbs up and comment down below what your favorite book in this collection was. I've got a great haul for you guys, and I won't be saving any like big book till the end or anything like that, so they'll be sporadic. So if you need to watch it on ×2, just go to the settings, hit ×2, and you can watch it a little bit quicker to get through all of the awesome books. Also, don't forget to use the discount code 9.2crew at checkout at 789comics.com. They've got some really great videos. I pre-ordered the Wonder Woman 750, and then I'm also really considering pre-ordering this Guardians of the Galaxy. This thing looks really great, and I'm super excited about the Shannon Mayer art. So without further ado, let's get into the haul. First up is two books that I got at a antique mall. Really was having a hard time finding any comic books that I wanted to buy, and then I found this like Lego booth that had lots of Legos and whatnot, and I found these two Alex Ross covers that were Dynamic Forces, and they're signed and sketched with a certificate of authenticity. Now, I don't really care about the Dynamic Forces seal or anything like that, so let me show you first. There's Alex Ross. Oh my gosh, this is signed by Jim Kruger, Alex Ross, sketched by Bill Reinold, and it's 53 out of 150. So there is the sketch. There's Alex Ross and pretty cool Earth X Wizard half, and there is the. So I went ahead and took the Dynamic Forces sticker off and put this in Mylar. I like it much better in Mylar. Looks great. And that is my second Alex Ross signature. My third Alex Ross signature is really cool from that same shop, and these were like $8 maybe, $6 to $8. So this one also has 4 signatures, and this is a beautiful Earth X number X or number 10. And this is an exclusive Dynamic Forces exclusive with Galactus. I mean, that is spectacular. Signed by Jim Kruger, John Paul Leon, Bill Reinold, and Alex Ross. This is 140 of 1500, and this thing was awesome as well. It's got this certificate of authenticity. Found these both at an antique shop for less than $10 each, so that was a really nice find. Some of the brand new books that I've been picking up recently, and I usually pick these all up from Justin's Comics in St. Charles, Missouri, so in the St. Louis area. If you're ever in that area, definitely stop by. He's always got some kind of deal going on. And so this was just a newer book. This is the In-Hook Lee. I think this is a connecting variant. It's Captain Marvel 13 with Captain Marvel Dark. Been collecting these, but I have not been reading any. And I like this cover the best because I like that late 60s, early 70s X-Men team. So this is X-Men number 3. Really need to get on to reading those and let you guys know what I think. He does sales like 70% off of any back issue under $25, which is insane. I mean, he does crazy deals. So I picked up a couple variants that I like just for the covers alone. Tony Stark Iron Man 14 In-Hook Lee. This is an Addy Granoff. This is the Infinite Countdown number 1 variant, and like I said, it's Addy Granoff. As you can see, there's his signature or his initials or his mark. Really nice Captain Marvel cover. This was a newer book. I read this book. Fantastic story. Takes place right after Empire Strikes Back. This is Star Wars number 1. I got the photo cover and the regular cover, and this was a fantastic read. Shows exactly moments after the Millennium Falcon saves Luke and they take off and escape from Cloud City. So really awesome read. Excited for number 2, and I think number 2 comes out next week, and Thor, Donny Cates' Thor comes out next week, which was also a fantastic read. He had some other variants that I just picked up. Here was an Art Germ, and this is Supergirl number 28, I think. Yeah, Supergirl number 28 Art Germ. Picked it up on one of his really nice sales. Never owned this cover, but I've always liked it. This is the Wayne and Jess the Comicholics variant of Symbiote Spider-Man. This is the Jess variant. It's number 1 by Art Germ. So Art Germ captured Jessica's looks very, very well. As you can see, perfect match. Perfect match. Also picked up the short-haired version. So I have a long-haired version and a short-haired version. The long-haired was the Walmart variant. This is Life of Captain Marvel, number 1. This was a brand new book, just like for the cover, Web of Black Widow. I'm not reading this storyline, and I haven't picked up any others, but I really liked this cover. So Web of Black Widow number 4, brand new cover. This is Ian McDonald or Ian McDowell. I talked a little bit about this on my previews when I was doing previews before Christmas. Had a little extra time and I thought I'd throw together some videos. Those are really intensive to make. I'm trying to figure out a better way to make them. Some way that I can just kind of roll through and then insert pictures instead of doing every single book as its own separate clip. But this artist is a new artist to me, and it's Ian McDowell or Ian McDonald. Didn't really look it up before the video and I forgot. So this is Catwoman number 19, and issue number 20 and 21 are even better than this. So it's got like that kind of art germ look to it, but 20 and 21 I think are coming out very soon. Definitely check those out. They are outstanding, and I'll definitely be picking those up. So I read Star number 1. I really like the story. Star, I didn't know, but she has a reality stone in her that gives her powers. And so if she's fighting somebody and they're about to punch her, she says, you know, strong as stone or something like that, and her face will be strong as stone. And so I had no idea what her powers were or what her story was, but she has a reality stone in her, and that's how she gets her powers. Now she went to see Jessica Jones in the story. I won't spoil it if you haven't been reading. It's a really cool ending on this. She went to Jessica Jones for help. Her and Jessica Jones don't really see eye to eye or get along. But here is the J. Scott Campbell's. Picked 2 of those up at Justin's Comics. And then I got a 1 in 100, and I've been talking about this. This is the Jae-Hyun Lee 1 in 100 variant. Now you'll see that there are Virgin variants out there. That is a store exclusive from Frankie's. I got one of those ordered, but I got a 1 in 100 from Justin's Comics. Really, really happy with it. Outstanding cover. And I did go ahead and pre-order another one that I got. Actually, Collecto6 told me to pre-order one on eBay, and he recommended one of the sites that he goes to, or one of the sellers that he goes to. And so I have 2 of these. I really love these. I haven't checked lately. I don't think these are going for much, but I kind of thought Jae-Hyun Lee 1 in 100. I really like the cover, so I'm happy with these for my personal collection. I remember Jae-Hyun Lee was one of those artists that did the Ghost Spider, and that 1 in 100 took off. That was a fantastic cover with Ghost Spider in the rain. Anyways, really happy to have that. This last week, Wonder Woman 700 came out, and that was a $10 book. But at Justin's Comics, it wasn't $10. You're not going to pay cover price because he always has a discount. I picked up the Adam Hughes. I have not read this, but I think CBSI said that this was a reader spec, so probably a good story. And I also picked up the J. Scott Campbell. So really happy with these 2. And I'll also be getting the 789 exclusive Shannon Mayer variant. Really excited for that as well. A couple weeks ago, I picked up the art germ for Vampirella. Can't remember what this was, but I talked about it on the preview show that I did before the holidays. So I'm happy to have this one. And it's got that overlay. So this is like an overlay. So the cover's under this. And this is like a blood overlay. There was also a virgin cover, a blue cover, a red cover, or whatever. But this one is the one that was like the regular cover. So I picked it up. Art germ, great stuff. I went to one of my favorite antique malls, and the owner came in like halfway through while I was there, and he said, hey, he knows I buy a lot from him. And I was kind of just going through his cabinets again, going through his boxes, and I wasn't really finding anything that was, you know, I had to have. So he said, hey, would you want to go look in my storage shed? I haven't been in there in a year. And there's probably 20 long boxes in there. So I went and searched through 20 long boxes with him in about 30-degree weather. But it was fantastic. And just for the fact that I got to do that was really fun. And so I picked up this stack of books here. And we'll just pound through these and see what I got. So the first one was a Milo Manara variant. Or it's a Milo Manara cover. Now, there's that Spider-Woman cover where she's all bent over on the top of the roof. And that is really... That's kind of what made Milo Manara famous. That's really not my style. It's just anatomically incorrect. It's not possible, it seems like, and people have tried to recreate that as a meme, and it's kind of a dumb cover to me. Now people really like it, so you're not dumb if you like it. Me personally, I don't get it, and I don't like it. But anyways, Milo Manara still does some really cool work. This kind of looks like that manga or something like that. To me, it just looks different. Not like typical comic book art. So X-Women #1, Chris Claremont, and Milo Manara. I picked these up strictly because of Who Dat Comics. I know he's collecting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I saw these, and they were pretty good price. So I picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #12, and what was cool is back in the day, I did some of the clear backing board reviews for the company. They sent me like some clear backing boards to do a review. I still had those, and so this is a wraparound cover. So I put them in Mylar and a clear backing board, which is really neat to have that. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #12. The next one up was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #13. I really like that cover as well. Back when the Turtles still were all the same color. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not sure what number this is, but it's still in that same vein. Really great cover there. Here is book number 30, issue 30 from 1990. It's got Casey Jones and then a cool wraparound cover. So I really like that. Number 32. And once again, I had that really cool clear backing board for the wraparound. That was super awesome. Still had that. All right, another artist that I found in that box that I really liked, and I think I already have this. This is Rogue. It's from the mid-2000s, and the artist is Rodolfo Migliari. He's an he's an artist from Argentina. There we go. And Rogue #1. And so he's hit or miss with his artworks. Like, I feel like the face changes from cover to cover, but Rogue #1 by Rodolfo Migliari from Argentina is fantastic. Really, really cool cover. I feel like this one's cool, but it's a little bit of a miss. The next one's kind of a miss for me as well. #2. #3 is kind of a miss. #4 is a grand slam. This is awesome. Love Rogue and Gambit on covers. So here is #6, which I like this one as well. Really cool. Rodolfo Migliari. Really not sure what other covers he did. I found this cover. It's a Dell'Otto. X-Force Sex and Violence, #2 of 3 miniseries. Really great with Domino and Wolverine on the cover. It's a Gabriel Dell'Otto. And then I found 2 Golden Age books. 2 Captain Marvel. Shazam Whiz Comics from Fawcett Publications. So the first one is Whiz Comics #96. What's really neat about this one is it's got the address. So sorry, this guy, Jack Moore of Washington, Iowa. Whiz Comics, pretty cool. Pretty neat, probably CC Beck cover, I would assume. And then I also found the Marvel Family #25. So these are really great books. Love the Marvel Family books with all 3. Captain Marvel Jr., Mary Marvel, and Captain Marvel. Love it. Pretty low condition. There's some kind of spot or stain there or something there. So Joshua Middleton, one of my first introductions to him was Supergirl 50 and the variant cover, because Michael Turner did the 50 standard and then Middleton did the variant for that. But this was also another early one. It's a Psylocke. X-Men Unlimited 47, Joshua Middleton. So that's really cool. Joshua Middleton did some of the really great, very popular Batgirl covers recently. So that's how a lot of you would be familiar, potentially. Really nice grade on this one. All right, I also found Wonder Woman #7, the first modern appearance of Barbara Minerva, who becomes Cheetah. This is one of my favorite Mike Mayhew covers. And this is Namor, the First Mutant #5. Absolutely think this is fantastic. His artwork is great anyways, but this is a really cool World War II cover with Good Girl on the cover and Battleship and airplanes. That's really cool. Love this one. I used to have this one signed and I got rid of it, but still very awesome. When I saw this at first, I kept going back and forth. Is this the one or this not the one? It's not the one. It's not like the big one that you want, but it's a very similar cover. So this is Spider-Girl #0. It's not the first appearance of Spider-Girl because I think that one came in a What If. But I saw this one and he had a huge run of Spider-Girl. And so I'm sure that's still sitting in the storage shed. And if there's one in there that's like a huge deal, I guarantee it's in there. He had a huge run of Spider-Girl But I did pick up this one because it was kind of eye-catching to me. Probably $10 to $15 book, maybe at best. And then I also saw this one. I thought this one was fantastic. And the two of them together really looked cool. Spider-Girl number 75 in the black symbiote costume. So that is really cool. Thought those were really awesome together. And he had a huge run. I'm just not quite into Spider-Girl or know much about it to know what other covers to pick up. Black Widow is getting more and more popular. I kind of got rid of all my Addie Granoff Black Widow books, the ones that were really kind of, oh dang it, I wish after watching the trailer I would have still had those. And so Black Widow Deadly Origin number 1. And so this is the Addie Granoff number 1 cover. Let me see here. Then he also had this variant. I can't remember, it's a ratio variant, but it's not really that expensive. I think you can still find this one relatively cheap. But either way, Black Widow Deadly Origin number 1. The Addie Granoff cover is very cool. With Wolverine and Winter Soldier. Super, super excited that I found this one again. Because I've had this and I got rid of it. And then when I saw the trailer, I was like, son of a gun, I wish I had that back. Black Widow Deadly Origin number 2 with the white costume. So this is the maybe like 1 in 5, 1 in 10, maybe even 1 in 15. But it's the Addie Granoff. It's a variant. You can tell it's a variant there by the 2. So there's 002, 2, 1. So it's a first print variant. So very, very awesome. Black Widow Deadly Origin number 1. When you saw the white costume in that, I was like, son of a gun, I wish I still had that book. I didn't buy it to sell it. I just bought it because it was such a cool book back then. I wanted another copy of it. Really great cover with Daredevil. And this is number 3. Deadly Origins number 3 with Daredevil. And then I was super excited to find this. I don't have a first appearance of New Mutants, but New Mutants is kind of coming back. The movie is being relaunched with Disney's blessing and everything like that. And the trailer, the second trailer, the most recent trailer looked really cool, especially with magic at the end, with her with that her sword. Super awesome. Really excited about that. So I've been wanting to get a first appearance of the New Mutants, but I think what's really cool is this copy. And I probably saw this on Mercenaut or the Doom or Poor Man's Comics. Somebody in there showed this book at some point, and I've always been like, that is the one I would want. New Mutants this is the graphic novel, and so it's not like a number 1 or anything. This is just the New Mutants. This is the first appearance of the New Mutants, but it's like a 4th, 5th, 6th print of this book, and it's an Adam Hughes variant. So all the rest are like that black cover with the standard cover that everybody sees, everybody shows. This is an Adam Hughes variant. So really excited to be able to find this special one. And I don't think this one's going for crazy amounts. I've looked online and you can still pick this one up for relatively cheap compared to like the first print. If it's up to me, I'm going Adam Hughes because it's a little bit more rare. Now I'm not saying this is going to be more valuable by any means, but I personally like this one better. I would love a number 1 print, of course. Of course. Was in Reader's World in Springfield, Illinois. These are kind of like beaters, all 3 of these books. But was in Reader's World, and I got rid of this book as well recently, and I'm happy to have it back. This is The Mighty Avengers, or Avengers number 62. It's the first appearance of M'Baku, the man-ape, and this has got a lot of issues. It's got subscription crease in the middle, color-breaking subscription crease. It's got spine ticks, and it has some folds on this side. So this is like 2.0, 2.5, 3.0 at best. It's all complete. It's all attached. Just a really reader copy of this book. But I was happy to have another first appearance of M'Baku because I got rid of the other one. The other one was much nicer than this, but Reader's World had this for a great price. Reader's World is a shop in Springfield that I've been shopping at for like 15 years. And then I went into a card shop. Now, you guys will have to comment down below and let me know if you would have bought this as well. It was one of those things where it's like, if I didn't buy this, and I'll tell you how much I paid for it. If I didn't buy this, I would have been like, oh no, someone else is going to get that. And then they're going to brag to me about how they found it at my hometown. There's like a baseball card hobby shop. Sells cards, supplies, pops, some comic books. And he had, I want to show it to you like this. And then you're going to see I paid $30 for this book. Would you have bought this? Because even in 0.5, it's still like a $100 book. Would you have bought this? Comment down below for $30 if you would have bought this book. think you're already going to know once you see the top. Okay, are you starting to see what it is? Starting to see what it is? It's Amazing Spider-Man 50. Tons of color breaks. It's actually attached and all there, but I'm going to show you the worst part. $30. $30. Would you have bought it? Here we go. Are you ready? What happened? What the heck happened to this book? That is gross. Like insect, rodent. I don't think that's rodent chew. It's more like, looks like some kind of termite or bug. Just shredded the bottom. It was one of those things where I needed backing board, so I went to the shop. He has comic supplies. The only place within 100 miles that has any kind of comic supplies. He has bags and boards, just standard, you know, the whatever pro bags and boards. And then they had this for $30. Attached, both staples, complete. 0.5, 0.1, I don't know. Would you have bought this for $30? I don't like looking at it. I personally don't like looking at it. I don't know. Would you have bought it for $30? That's when my friend Collecto6 would have been like, I'd have probably waited and found a better copy. Well, I have a better copy. It's one of those things. I don't know. All right, I'm going to cut some of that out. Last book I bought from Bunky Brothers on Instagram. Bunky Brothers, I was introduced to them, of course, by their great posts on Instagram, so big shout out to Bunky Brothers. And this is the last book. And also Collecto6, Steven, who's a great friend of mine on Instagram. He watches here. He watches us here on YouTube. And he said, yeah, he bought some books from Bunky Brothers. I think he bought some Timely books from Bunky Brothers, maybe a #1 of Miss Fury. Fantastic book that he got from them. And absolutely, they are outstanding dealers. They're outstanding folks at Bunky Brothers. I saw this on eBay, and then I scrolled down. I always scroll to see who the seller is, and I found out it was Bunky Brothers. So I Instagram messaged them, and he was so cautious. At the price I offered him, he was so cautious. He said, well, you do know that there's this flaw, and I want you to know about this flaw. And are you sure, even at this negotiated price, are you sure you're okay with this? And I was like, that is super, like that's a lot of integrity that a shop would do that and make sure that their customer is not surprised one bit at all. And I was like, for that low of a grade book at that price, I can't lose. It's fantastic, and what you're telling me is great, so thank you so much. There's a little bit of a restored book here, low grade book, but it presents so well. Really love this book, and it's a Schomburg. And this is The Fighting Yank number 11. Awesome, awesome stuff. I'm not 100% sure what these like Aborigine guys are or what's going on. Like, why is there like KKK outfits or just hooded outfits? Spooky outfits, whatnot, and why these like Aborigine guys are using those. And then there's this Egyptian guys, I don't know what they are, but really cool. Good girl there with the Fighting Yank, number 11. Really love this. It's awesome. There's a chunk missing out of the top here where they just added a little bit of color on the G to kind of complete that. There's some more pieces kind of added and taped here. And then other than that, really cool. So big shout out to Bunky Brothers. If you're on Instagram, make sure that you're following Bunky Brothers. Cannot thank you enough. But that's it, you guys. That's the haul. Thank you so much for watching. We had signatures from Alex Ross, 1 in 100 star variants, Jae Hung Lee's. We had a really cool, completely eaten, chewed on, gnarled, Amazing Spider-Man complete number 50. First appearance of Kingpin. Would you have bought it? I don't know. Really like adding to my Schomburg collection. So once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscription button. If you're not already subscribed, hit that thumbs up to drop a like, support this channel. Really appreciate that. Comment down below what your favorite book was and would you have bought that? Do you also like the Adam Hughes variant of this? Which Which one would you bring? Let's start a conversation down below. Always respond to everybody in the comments. If I haven't responded to you on a prior video, sorry about that. Sometimes when it gets like, a week or two old, I move on to other things. But thank you so much once again for commenting. If you comment early and often, I'll try to make sure that I'm responding and having conversations there. You can also reach me on Instagram. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all on the next one. See you, bye.